that indeed the Metro rail trains are running on the half hour here again on Main Street. They did have to push some of the snow off the tracks. We've actually seen plows doing that. But in addition, this was kind of interesting, those catenary lines, those are the overhead lines that supply power to the trains. Some of them were frozen with all that snow, so they had to clear them out as well to make sure that the trains could run. And then obviously, just like about any business or agency, they also had staffing shortages. A lot of the bus drivers and train operators could not get in. They were snowbound, so they had to wait for them to be available as well. So at this point, there is limited Metro bus service, running about 11 routes in the city in Niagara Falls. And this is interesting to point out that they're trying to concentrate some of those routes around hospitals and grocery stores if people need supplies. But of course, the big battle for the NFTA is to get the Buffalo Niagara International Airport up and running again. As you may know, it's been closed. They're supposed to reopen at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. They told us that last winter that they had only closed that airport for 1 hour last winter. Well, obviously things were much different this time around, and it happened that they had to close it down this time. Today we saw some of those huge plow, broom, multitasking vehicles finishing up on the 2+ mile long runways and getting down the de-icer chemicals to melt all the accumulated snow up to 5 feet in some areas out at the wind-blown airport. This cleanup work after days where crews simply could not safely work in the blizzard, as you can see in this incredible video. And with the drifting snow piling up around the terminals and jetways for the planes.
Nothing like that ever. It's just, it was a monster. It was, if you ever saw that movie The Day After Tomorrow, if I could show you some pictures of our, gates and areas on the airfield. It looked like the Arctic Circle. We just have some cleanup work to do to get all the baggage carts out of the, that are buried, and the jetways, get them up and running, and we'll be good to go. 11 o'clock tomorrow.
They will also have to finish cleaning out the airport parking lots for airport and airline employees and travelers, and their snow melter machine that can burn tons of snow with a furnace will have some help as well from a hired private contractor.
They're bringing 4 additional snow melters because we have a ton of snow in our parking lots, and Signature Flight Support, our FBO, has hired them too. They have a huge amount of snow on their ramp.
He's talking about private aviation there with a lot of snow around for them as well. And by the way, the state and that hired contractor also bringing in snow blowers to help out there. Originally, the Pittsburgh airport was going to send some equipment up. They didn't know if they could get up the 90, and Guarino says they were able to do the job with the equipment that they had, but he really appreciated that offer. Now, with the airport staffers, too, we want to point this out, that while they weren't clearing snow from the runways because they couldn't get out there, they were involved in rescues. They helped the airport, they helped that the airport police and the fire people actually rescue some people from some of the roadways around the airport. So they were doing their jobs and saving lives as well in that respect. Reporting live from Main Street, I'm Ron Plants, Channel 2 News. Back to you, Kate.
Doing their jobs and then some. Ron Plants, thank you so much.